All right, welcome back and thank you for tuning in. I'm now joined by Beth Newman, Senior Community Liaison and Elder Abuse Prevention Specialist with Livingston County Catholic Charities. Welcome.
Well, thank you, and thank you for having me. I'm quite thrilled and honored to be here. So
it is a fun experience.
Well, I have to say this is my first time being on radio. So
well, and you're on video too. So for those of you listening, we record video here as well. So
oh boy, okay.
So you can also watch this on the Howell Chamber's YouTube channel. We feature all of our guests on video through there. So we will jump in. I'd love to start off, Beth, by just giving you an opportunity to just give a little bit of information and background, share that with our listeners so they know a little bit about who you are personally, and then what you do for Livingston County Catholic Charities, because your title is very long, so I feel
Yes.
like there's a lot that kind of falls under that, and I'm going to hand it over to you.
Well, again, thank you for having me. Well, a little bit about myself. I'm married. I have 2 children. My son, he was very generous and gave us a gorgeous grandson about 2 years ago now. So, so we have our first and only grandchild so far. I have a couple grand puppies and a grand bunny, but what I do for Catholic Charities is, like I said, I'm the Senior Community Liaison and Elder Abuse Prevention Specialist, and what that basically means is that I work with helping seniors and their families be connected to the resources that are out within the community so that they can remain in their home as safely and as long as possible. There's been numerous studies that have shown that seniors do much better aging in their home that they've lived in instead of being placed in a facility. So anything that we can do to allow that to happen, whether that's connecting them to Meals on Wheels, whether it's connecting them to transportation services. One of the other titles that I have is I'm a Medicare Medicaid assistance professional. And so what that means is I can review their insurances to make sure that they're not overinsured, but make sure that they have adequate insurance, which inevitably allows them to have more money in their pocket so that they can use the things to get that they need. Whether that's medication or paying utilities or whatever that case may be.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing about that, because that is even under that umbrella, it seems like there's so much more to it. I'm sure in some cases it can be very rewarding.
It's extremely rewarding.
So it sounds like you're doing a lot of great things. So thank you for that. So what is this community liaison specialist portion of that?
What that is like I said, it connects seniors and their families to resources. We all, when we age, we don't really know what resources are out there, or when our families age, we don't know where we can go to get the resources to help them. So
you already mentioned food assistance and transportation.
Yeah.
So what other kind of services fall under that umbrella? Or resources?
It can be things, right now, housing is a huge issue. People trying to find affordable housing in Livingston County that's, senior and low income. That's a big thing. The insurance, like I said, we're actually coming into open enrollment for insurance. That's October 5th.
Friday, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a red letter day on my calendar. So that actually starts October 15th and goes through December 7th. And that's a time where we can do that review of their insurances, whether it's the prescription plan or supplemental, or if they have an advantage plan, and just make sure that they still have the proper insurance. It can be things like making sure that they have the proper medical equipment and they know where to go. Unfortunately, some people, they just need to borrow a walker for like 6 weeks, and they can't really see spending the money to buy one. So a lot of our senior centers have what's called loan closets, and so we can connect them with that. We can help them if their loved one they've reached the point where they do need to go in some sort of an assisted facility. We can direct them to the ones in the county that maybe they would be able to afford a little easier, because we all know how expensive that can be. And we can help them with the insurance process to see if maybe they qualify to get some kind of assistance through the state to pay for that.
Fantastic. I was going to ask you now, so the families and the seniors that you provide services for, how do they find you? How do they,
We're pretty easy to find.
Okay.
They can go to, if they go to our website is livingstonCC.org.
Okay.
And they can go there and do the senior services piece of it. They can call the office. Our phone number is 517-545-5944. And they can either ask for me, or they can ask for the other community liaison, Jamie. And either one of us can help with that. Or go to, I believe we're on the Chamber's website as well. They can go to the different Chambers website. They can contact the local senior centers for whatever town.
Yep.
And they can connect them with us.
What about the county? Is the county, helping?
The county should be able to connect you too. They should have information on there as well. And I know we do, I know Julie and Gudrun, they do a phenomenal job getting our information out on social media. You can go to Facebook, we are on there. So yeah, we're pretty easy to find.
Great, awesome. I just wanted to make sure that we kind of covered all those bases there. But I also was curious, is there a fee for these services?
No, there is no fee associated with any of this. If people want to make a donation, they're more than welcome to. But to actually charge them, there's no fee associated with anything that we offer.
Oh, that's outstanding. What a tremendous resource. So now we've covered a lot on the community liaison side. Let's talk a little bit about prevention of elder abuse, neglect, and exploitation.
Okay. What that is, that was actually created in 2016. We were very fortunate to receive a grant, and the purpose of it was to go out and educate the community on what elder abuse was. At the time that was created, we were seeing a huge influx in financial exploitation of seniors. So to combat that, we decided that we would create a coalition that would go out and educate the community, and whether that's through doing public speaking, doing postings, putting things in laundromats in the library. We've been very lucky. Many of the businesses and many of the agencies in Livingston County have supported that. And so we get out and we educate the community, and it can happen right here in Howell. We like to think that, things in our seniors in Howell and in the other Livingston County area are like exempt from having the exploitation happen or abuse or neglect happen to them. And it unfortunately does happen here.
Yeah.
And we see it, there's so many different cases that I could tell you about that happened right here. A caregiver, actually it was a daughter, taking care of her father, and went out and got a loan for a brand new truck, and he was completely confined to bed, couldn't drive. It was not his truck. We've had people that have fallen victim to the girlfriend-boyfriend scam or the love scam. They meet a scammer online, doing words with friends or doing Scrabble with friends or on Facebook, and they promise them the world. If you send us $250,000, we'll come right over and we'll marry and we'll live happily ever after. And and for a lot of our seniors, they've lost a loved one, or they've lost a significant other, and they're lonely. So to be told that, they fall victim to that. And they may have family, they may have kids, they may have grandkids, they may have whatever, but that's not the kind of companionship they're looking for. So so they fall for that. And unfortunately, the scammers also told 75 other people that.
Oh no.
And they have no intention of coming here. So
yeah,
so
it's really unfortunate. But so this coalition that's formed helps educate seniors on these types of scenarios, so they can hopefully avoid them, or at least it'll raise a red flag.
Raise the red flags, exactly. And we're very lucky. Our coalition is made up kind of the who's who in Livingston County. We've got prosecuting attorneys, we have financial experts, we have adult protective service workers, we have law enforcement, we have prosecuting attorneys, I think I said that. So there's a lot of people, and we come together and we talk about cases, we talk about how we're going to bring the information and the new news out into the community so that people are aware of it. So.
Yeah, I also see that it's not just education for seniors, but you're also educating other individuals in the community that can maybe help make seniors aware, correct?
Exactly. We work a lot with other agencies. We work quite a bit with assisted living facilities. Right now, and actually the director and I were kind of talking the other day about which came first, whether it was COVID or not, for the self-neglect, because we have seen quite a bit of hoarding as well.
Okay.
So so we all kind of work together on that.
Fantastic. There's just a big, really, community surrounding this coalition to support seniors. And real quick, I want to mention that you have an elder abuse support group that meets the third Tuesday of the month from 3 to 4 p.m. at Livingston County Catholic Charities.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you're also doing the Christmas Blessings Project?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. And you can find more information about that on your website.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Real quick, if you could just share with listeners your website and contact information.
Our website is, you can reach me at beth@livingstonCC.org, and our phone number is 517-545-5944. And thank you for having me.
Well, thank you. It's been our pleasure.